What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Savage Pokepod. We're at week 5. We've got episode Charmeleon, right? We're on week 5. Yeah, Charmeleon. Yep. We want to welcome you guys back to the podcast. I hope you guys are having a good week. You got Stop Savage Rips here. You got Kota Collects over there, the co-host of this beautiful Pokepod that we've got going on, guys. Today, we want to talk to you guys about some news that hit this week. And Kota, I think we're going to start with these illustration rares that we're going to get in this series 1.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Before we put it up on the screen, man, what do you think about these? What do you think about these?
They're busy. I don't know what this new trend is, but they are there's just a lot happening. And I don't necessarily mind that sometimes, but they're all also very similar. So it doesn't feel like it has a lot of I don't know. Identity.
Listen, we're here with the honesty. I love it. Let me put these up on the screen real quick. I see what you're talking about, dude. Honestly, I love them because I love everything. Everything that comes out that's just refreshing, new. I really, really enjoy them. Over here we got on the screen, guys. So what we're showing is those illustration rares. They actually leaked or were revealed first in the Chinese language, and now we've got them in English. I can see what you mean by they're busy. I read a comment. I forgot where it was, but someone said it looked like someone had just an art that they put a sticker of a Pokemon on. And the more I look at it, I'm like, damn, they're kind of right. It just looks like there's just a picture in the background.
Yeah.
This is a cutout sticker of, for example, we're looking at Bulbasaur and Charmander. It is kind of interesting. I don't know if we've ever had a card that looked like this, where the Pokemon was just thrown in, it looks like almost. I mean, so we've got Gen 1, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. They will make a connecting art going from left to right if you have it in a binder. So the Kanto starter's there. There it is. You can kind of see it better, a little bit zoomed out. Then you got Turtwig, you got Chimchar, and a Piplup. What generation is this?
That's 4.
4? Yeah. Okay.
Gen 4 guys are going to come for you.
Yeah, right? What are you talking about? And then there's the connecting art there. And then I believe Gen 7. Was it Gen 7? There's your Rowlet.
Yep.
Your Rowlet's getting some love, dude.
I appreciate it's getting love. I still like the Nihil Zero Perfect Order one more, but it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, but it is. When you said it's like if you took something and slapped a sticker on it, it does feel like that. There's just so many things happening. I think the 30th anniversary stamp being there kind of adds another layer. So it's the stamp feels like it's the closest, and then it's the Pokemon, and then there's this chaotic background.
Yeah, dude. I read that comment. Shout out to that person on the internet that said that. And there's the Litten there, and the Poplio. What is Poplio's 3rd evolution, stage 3? What is
Cream Arena?
Damn, see, I got to go back and look at some of these where I've just been out and I don't really know much about.
I love Gen 7, so I'm always. I mean, that's my 2nd favorite generation probably.
I gotta look.
It's not my first.
Oh, and then the Litten is isn't it the bear looking cat thing?
Incineroar. It's like a wrestling cat.
That's it.
It's the one that everybody that plays doubles hates passionately.
Oh boy. All right. Well,
it's just broken.
I know which one it is because opening them up, the recent sets, I could definitely see it. And they're going to come in these first partner illustration packs. So it looks like a pack of Mega and Phantasmal, and then this pack here, which have they said how this is going to be? It definitely was 3 cards.
It says they each have 3 in them. So my assumption is they're going to have
will they have other
the
cards
connecting of 3.
Okay, let's say for example, one pack will have all of the Gen 1s.
Well, I don't know because you look in the thing, it says each one will contain 3 of the 9 illustration rares. Now they may mix that up, but also it makes sense for them to do in connecting because this feels very geared towards younger audience, even though it's going to get cooked by scalpers because you're telling me I get 3 illustration rares of the starters in here,
right?
I
mean, I don't know because that's going to be, so they're going to be, I assume these will be readily available, right? Hopefully they don't botch this release too. But if that's the case, then these are going to be available. I don't know if these are going to be, and hopefully that'll just deter Scalper City on them because if we're gonna get 3 in each pack and not anything else, like there's not gonna be much of a chase then. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess you won't know which one you're gonna get.
It depends
you
on
potentially get like 10 of the same 3. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yeah. It also depends because people are going to be trying to grade these hard.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
So I think you're going to see people like either grabbing them because it's the starters, especially with it being the first gen starters. I think they're going to be a pretty heavy market for it.
Yeah.
The other two, like Gen 4 is a huge, I mean, people love Gen 4. Gen 4 is probably like maybe the second most loved generation as far as like popular opinion. I think it edges out Gen 3 a touch. At least maybe in my circles, like Gen 4 is, you know, that's like my age range. That's when a lot of people came back into the game after leaving during Gen 2 because we were too cool. So like maybe that's why, but I know people love Gen 4.
I'm like, I like Gen 2 as well. So I don't know, like, but I guess to your point, like I left the Gen 2.
I don't like Gen 2.
I left the Gen 2 and then didn't come back until Gen 9. So well,
I don't know why I played Gen 2 and then I didn't play Gen 3 and I played Gen 4 late, like into its cycle before Black and White came out. So it's, yeah, I think, but the thing is like, and then Gen 7, it's Rowlett's the most popular of the 3 by far, as far as like those 3 starters. So that one's gonna be the least sought after, I think, especially with getting in my opinion, better Rowlett in perfect order. But I think it's gonna be interesting because you're basic. I think just the marketing of saying you're getting 3 illustration rares of starters in every box, is going to be tempting for people to try to grab.
Agreed. And this is good. So this is going to be Series 1, which they're releasing 3. So you figure we've got to get another 2 series, right? I'm assuming they announced it. Yeah, Series 2 and 3 will release later in the year for the other 6 generations.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and then like this, we're reading something off of the IG. Which one is your favorite starter Pokemon? So obviously, I think we just said which one's ours. I'm all for all Gen 1 things, but going into like, so I'm going to segue into, you know, which one is your favorite starter into this Super Bowl ad that you know, we found out was going to be happening, and I'm like, okay, cool, 30th anniversary, Pokemon's going to announce something or, you know, show us something new during the Super Bowl where everyone's watching, and I was not expecting what they put out. I mean, obviously it was made to be this way, but you didn't realize it was a Pokemon commercial until, was it until Lady Gaga? Like, I was watching and I was like, yo, is Lady Gaga doing the Jigglypuff jingle? Like, it was, I thought that was cool.
But I'm curious, what were you expecting them to do?
Honestly, so here's the thing. Pokemon Day is what, coming up in
the 27th. So we got 2 weeks from tomorrow.
So there's a lot of things happening in February, right, guys? We've got so Super Bowl was this week. They had the ad come out. Then we've got these the ETBs are coming out next week, and I believe maybe the 2-pack blisters might be now coming.
And the tins, I believe.
And the tins. So busy February. That's next week, and then the week after that is Pokemon Day. So I assume they're going to save any bigger announcements until then.
Yeah.
Right. So
for sure.
That's why I was like, but I don't know. Like, so what was I expecting? Dude, honestly, I guess when you think about it, it's a perfect thing to do. It wasn't anything that like overly hyped anything. It was something that people, it was more of an emotional connection commercial than like anything like they were going to announce anything crazy, right? Because you had you know, musicians and comedians and all this stuff, like they were it kind of like the Pokemon world immersed with them. It was almost kind of like a Pokemon Go type thing almost. And it kind of ended with which is your favorite. So it was really just like Pokemon's like, it's almost like a full 360, right? Like 30 years into this thing, man, this IP, this thing in itself is like just such a huge thing that like you don't really see often. So putting this out there as like just a connection type commercial, where you do see a lot of those commercials during the Super Bowl. So I think it was okay. It just wasn't what I was expecting, and I guess I don't really know what I was expecting.
I was like,
but
yeah, it was exactly what I thought it would be, because there was no shot they were going to do anything major with Pokemon Day coming up. Like, I think this was because also they're spending $6 million for that commercial, which is more than they're spending on their Pokemon games. So this was purely it felt like a flex almost, where it's like, not only are we going to drop 6 mil on this, but we're going to get as many of these like superstars or stars. I didn't know half the people, I'll be honest with you. I'm out of the touch, but you know, a lot of these relatively,
I remember, but
yeah, there's a few people I know that other people in the room were like, oh my gosh, it's insert name. But like, it felt like they're like, we just know this is a victory lap. Like, look at us. And we're at the top of our game still, because every game's selling more than the last one. And all of our Pokemon cards are selling more than the last ones. And Pokemon Go is still a thing, and Pocket's taking off. And yeah, it was exactly what I thought it would be, which is a victory lap, because I think also in spending that much money on a commercial like that, you are setting up for, hey, anyone that isn't thinking about us right now, remember?
Yeah, exactly.
Gen 10's coming.
And it's like, right.
We want you to get hyped for our new game.
Were you here from the beginning? Were you here during this time? You know, and honestly, like, it almost like, it goes to show you, like, this is, like, everybody in the world, like, that you think of, you don't know that they're in this hobby in one way or another, whether they collected or they played the games or whatever. And that's what I was saying, like, to have like a superstar like Lady Gaga singing the Jigglypuff song was just like, that's why it hit me. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, these people know it. Like, they, you know, whether it was real or not, whatever, and how they want to do it. But, you know, a big artist like that singing the song, which is an iconic piece in itself, right? The Jigglypuff songs, you know. Yeah,
of course. Like, people outside of people that haven't thought about Pokemon in 25 years know that song.
Like, my wife would sing that, or do that jingle. We're talking about Pokemon.
Yeah,
she does. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Which so yeah. I mean, I guess to your point, I really didn't know what I was expecting. I with everything happening this month, it definitely makes sense to hold all of that type of news for Pokemon Day, 100%. So, you know, good for you guys, Pokemon, doing what you did at the Super Bowl. And yeah, so talking about real quick before Pokemon Day. We said next week is going to be the release of the ETBs finally for Ascended Heroes. Ascended Heroes continuing to put out product. It was Thursday right now that we're recording the podcast. There is a drop. There was a drop last night on Walmart. There's a drop tonight on Walmart that includes
there's like the 2-pack blisters dropped tonight, and the pin collection dropped tonight on Walmart, I believe.
Okay, yeah. So if you guys were hit that, if you guys were able to, you know, successfully get some stuff, drop it in the comments. Let us know what you got and where you got it from. I'm definitely just out here trying to find whatever I can out in the wild, man. I got that the one case of the 3-pack blisters, or the tech stickers, whatever we're calling them, the first week, and then I got some last week on the secondary market. You're not going to believe what we pulled out of one of them. I'm going to show this on the screen real quick.
I haven't seen this. Oh, you did pull it.
Dude, we pulled the Gengar. I'm showing up the Mega Gengar right now up on the screen. For the first break we did, I did 2 breaks last night. The first pack was a Mega Diancie SIR. First pack. I'm like, oh boy, we're about to have a crazy break. And then a few packs in, we pulled that, and I fumbled it so bad, dude. I was like, I almost showed the energy card. I was like, oh my gosh. I like to cook these hits, and now we can't. But I got to clip it, and I'll put it up on the TikTok and probably YouTube and IG as well. So the person that we pulled it for pulled a God pack on someone else's stream like a couple of days before, and the Gengar was in the God pack as well. Real quick, Ascended Heroes ETBs. Finally, something is coming out with more packs, which I'm getting excited about, man. I'm really getting excited about it. Hopefully, we can pull some more good cards for people, give out some promos and all that kind of stuff. Promos, I like the promo in the ETB too. The Zekrom's looking really, really cool.
Yeah, I really want to get that one. Because I love it. I think it goes really well with paired with the Reshiram. Like, just like the dynamic there is so cool.
I agree. I think it's going to look really, really cool next to each other. I have the promo from the booster box in English, so I definitely would be getting that promo as well. All right, so let's see what else happened this week. Well, I don't know if you want to get into the elephant in the room.
Oh, baby, let's get into it.
PSA, but
I got into it on YouTube, and they didn't love it.
Oh,
well, no, to be fair, most people were completely fine with it, and there were a couple of people that did not like anyone not going with PSA, which I get. I got their points. I just
100%. Guys, check out Kota's latest video. Actually, I don't know if you posted a video after that, but he just dropped a video.
I'll be listening tomorrow. So
PSA thing. yeah, so go check out Kota Collects on YouTube. Drop the video about that and let him know right on the comments what you guys think about it. But guys, PSA is honestly, dude, I don't know how to feel about this. I think I commented on your video like I'm surprised. I'm like shocked, but I'm not surprised type of thing. Like that they constantly are moving like this, and it really just rubs people the wrong way. And the thing that sucks about it is, and I guess I don't know what people are saying on the comments because I haven't gotten a chance to read them on your video, but like they almost know that people that are serious about the business side of things are going to continue to use them no matter what, because they currently still hold overall the best value, outside of the black label, and even some pristine 10s are getting closer to the PSA, but PSA is PSA, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, it's definitely rubbed me the wrong way. It's definitely got me thinking about, should I be extending my annual membership with them? I mean, I have it partially to grade stuff for me, but also when we pull stuff on the stream. So, I don't know. Drop. What are your thoughts on it? Let us know here real quick. I mean,
the two different comments. There are two different people commenting. Not people literally, but like two different types of people. One was you guys can talk about CGC and tag all you want. PSA is PSA. It's not going to go anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Spend the extra money, etc. Then you have the people that were saying like, this is fraud for people that are paying for the collector membership, thinking they're getting one price to get the rug pull. And I kind of agree with both.
Yeah,
I think it was a bit of a rug pull. I'm not surprised by it, but I think it was a bit of a rug pull. And I also think that something that got misconstrued in the video a bit was that I was just crapping all over PSA and like done with PSA. I'm not. That video was made to be I did poke a little bit of fun at PSA because I was pissed off a little bit. Like I sat down and filmed a video about my pre-grading process, talking about the different companies that I use, how I use them, why I use them, and why I usually use PSA, even though blah, blah, blah. And then had that happen, I was like, I had to go film a new video this morning because I'm not going to post this video with all this bad information now because PSA has completely changed things. Mm-hmm. But nothing's going to replace PSA in the near future. Now, could there be something along the lines if PSA continues to kind of like push the envelope with its consumers? Sure. But for the moment, I think it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to grade and flip like I do, PSA is always going to be a part of it. You have to kind of like send out some stuff to PSA, but just know that it's going to take forever to get back. And they've been a little bit stricter recently with their grades. So
yeah,
the standards have changed a little bit. You have to be a little more wary of that. But also, I think having other companies to be competition and also be quicker turnaround times is going to be interesting to test out. I'm in a testing phase completely with mine. Like, dude, I just got my first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just got my first tag submission ready to ship out and I'm gonna tomorrow.
Pull this up real quick. I want you to let me know what is, because I don't have. I never graded with tag. So I can pricing right now. I don't know if you have it up.
So,
but like we're showing on the screen right now on PSA's website, real quick, the value bulk. So the bulk pricing on this was, I believe, $18.99 before this price hike. It is now $6 more, guys, per card.
Yeah, let me give a quick rundown for audio listeners and for people that haven't seen the actual graphic. What PSA did was we had $18.99 be the TCG non-sports card bulk pricing. What they did is they combined TCG and sports cards into one, which was value bulk.
That's this value bulk. That's $24.99.
Which jumped it to $21.99. Then they took that price and went up another $3. So it went from $21.99 to $24.99 for value bulk. But for Pokemon cards and TCG cards, it went from $18.99 to $24.99.
Yep.
Not only that, they added on, I believe, another 5 days for the turnaround time. So I think the turnaround times is close to like
it's 95.
95. Yeah, 95. It was 90. Now it's 95. So which is
was it 90,
95 at that point.
I thought it was less than that still, but
it's been. I don't remember exactly what it was when I submitted, but it's been high for a while.
I'm not sure what the actual, like what they actually put in writing, but I think I'm getting cards in 4 months right now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So,
which for business days, that's about right.
Yeah. But that's a big jump to that point, man. That is a huge jump for TCG grading bulk. $6 a card.
Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. If it was just the price, I wouldn't care. I would still be like, oh, well, whatever. I'm still going with PSA because the PSA premium is still a firm. I'm confident that that's going to linger for as long as grading is a thing, at least for the next, until I get this next submission in, because I don't see tag taking over in the next 6 months. And I don't see CGC's been around for so long. They haven't been able to take over. Yeah. Beckett's been purchased by collectors. So who knows on that one? That is a bit of my conspiracy theory. I take that as you will. But
I mean, this is exactly why people don't want these companies to kind of buy themselves out, because of these things. Like this is a monopoly type move, right? Like, you kind of buy out the competition and then you dictate the price. It really is. I mean, they're not a monopoly. But this is the type of characteristics of it. Like, there's a reason why we as a consumers need and want competition, because it keeps the price increasing or price fluctuations down. Whereas they just bought out one of the bigger competitors, and it really wasn't that big to begin with. And then they just did this move. It's just,
well, what they bought was the pinnacle of grading. Like, Beckett Black Labels are what people want. Like, that's if you're gonna get anything, like right. Bubble Mew had one Beckett Black Label until recently. There was a second one finally graded as a Black Label 10 for Beckett.
Right. Like, so you named the price there. That you're the price.
There's a dude that was off. He did an interview. I think he was offered like 30 or 40 grand and turned it down.
Oh wait, was that one of the vendors? I forgot. Is that one of maybe?
I don't know if he's a vendor or not. He was on one of the podcasts that I saw clips from.
The Card Lounge podcast, I think.
I think it was. Yeah, he was offered some.
I think he has like an maybe. I don't know. I don't know if he's French or not.
Yeah, I don't remember what I had for breakfast this morning, brother. I don't know.
Yeah. But I remember watching that. It's exactly it. Yep.
Yeah, he was like, said he was offered some astronomical number. He just said no because I like having it one. He's like, I don't even mind if there's a twin out there. Like, I don't mind. And then like a month later, there's the second one graded. But like, they bought the pinnacle to where like collectors now gets to own the overall most valuable grading company and the like pinnacle of grading. So now everything else is like not as good as PSA or not as good as Beckett. Like, if you're looking for the best absolute perfect card value, then you go to Beckett Black Label. If you're looking for the best overall value, you're going to PSA. So now it looks like collectors versus, like, for better or worse, and I'm not stating that one's better or not, like, as far as their grading, but like CGC is looked at as kind of like the unwanted grading company of the bunch, where it's like, yeah, you're to CGC, get yourself a CGC 10 and sell it for a quarter of the price of the PSA 10, unless you get a pristine. And then, tag is exciting, and there's a lot of hype around tag. And I think it's a really cool concept, but the market hasn't fully accepted it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to see people. Where are you going to go?
Yeah, I think they have a good like a good in to make a play in this, but who knows? Like, again, all these companies will do the same thing. Like, if any of these ever take off, it's going to have to happen. If the market shifts to, let's say, tag, for example, and they start getting an influx of grades, the same thing's going to happen. They're going to have to obviously tell you the delay of time, and then they're going to raise the price because
they've already done that.
Yeah, well,
they've already raised their prices.
They did. Okay. Like, what's tag?
Like, I don't know when it was, but tag right now is $19 if you do a bulk submission, which is a 40-day turnaround time, which is still a half of, but if you pay $22, you only do 5 cards, 22 cards, $22 each, 5 cards, and it's a 30-day turnaround. So that's like when I just put in my submissions, this is my first one with tag, I'm just doing the 5 because I'm testing and I'm seeing, okay, I know I'm good at PSA 10s. I get about a 68 to 70% gem rate. Can I get a similar rate with tag? Because tag 10s are going to hold more value than CGC 10s, even though they won't hold quite as much value as pristines maybe. But I'm really curious to see how it tests out. So that's a good option. It's still a little cheaper than PSA, but the turnaround time is the biggest thing. Because right now, like for being a small Pokemon card business, I need to be able to get inventory in. And if I'm waiting on PSA, because restarting things in the last month, I'm still 3 months out from my first PSA submission getting back. I need something sooner. So if I can use CGC and Tag to kind of fill those gaps and they sell, which I don't know for sure they will, it's going to be a testing period. Mm-hmm. That'll be good. But for now, I need to test it out. I need to see what this is even like.
It's a good point.
Like the market wants, because the market may reject it completely. I mean, there's vendors that don't purchase anything but PSA.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So we'll see how eBay treats it.
I saw it at Collecticon, and I went to Collecticon in November, my first big card show. And I guess that was kind of like when the market was starting to feel like it was slowing down a bit. So I feel like vendors were also a little cautious at that point too, where they weren't just buying everything. Like my brother, I think my brother hit like a couple of CGC slabs on some whatnot streamers. And that's kind of like what CGC has become almost. It's like people throw these like junk cards over there to get graded for cheap, to throw them on a wheel or a mystery bag, end up with like regular ass cards that are just like,
Brother, I did one of those like whatnot mystery packs once when I was like first time on whatnot. I had that credit, whatever credit they give you to do it. And I was like, I'm just gonna try one. I got a what was it? CGC 10 Pristine card Flareon from some random Korean card game. That, fun fact, got that 2 years ago, completely forgot about it. Go to my friend's house who's a big board gamer, and he's like, look what I got. And it's literally that game. And we played like the game from Korea. He's like,
it wasn't even a Pokemon TCG.
No, it was a Pokemon branded licensed game. It was a Flareon Pristine 10 from it. I was like,
yeah,
for some reason, that was the reason that I never agreed with CGC was like, this makes me angry to see a CGC slab. Right. I have grown since then, but it was like a nope, PSA, I'm just gone. I'm out.
I mean, it's true though. It's like, I feel like that's what every time I see a CGC, I can't stop thinking about like just the random crap that you see coming out of these types of streams. It's like, yeah. I don't know, but
but honestly, at this point, we're going to see more and more PSA things like that though. Like PSA with all their mystery bags and like mystery slabs or whatever. We're seeing a lot more of those now. So
that's true.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe that will be what it takes to like have any amount of market sentiment move from it, with it being like, another stupid PSA 8,
another junk,
piece from a chessboard or whatever.
Right.
Like, people get graded.
It's just like, I wouldn't be surprised if we had like code cards graded or something. Like,
that has to exist.
I'm sure. I actually have. It's weird, and I don't know if this is like just an error. I don't know if I told you. I got a Surging Sparks code card, but it's the new code, like with the Pikachu on it.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know where it came
from. The new print. I had packs from the same Walmart. No, from the same.
Is it a UPC?
Premium box. The Charizard premium box.
Yeah, okay, maybe it came from there.
That had packs, like one of the Surging Sparks packs had the old card and then one had the new one. So like it's just the new print run has all the new pro cards, which I'm glad, because I was like, my biggest thing was like, just never go back to the Sword and Shield code cards that were like, there's a green code card. We're all screwed here.
But Sword and
the worst experience.
I think it was like halfway through Scarlet and Violet, we still had the Battle Styles pack image on the code cards.
I think the first like 2 or 3 sets. Yeah.
It was weird. I was like, wait, what? Why is it still? And then I remember it switched to Scarlet and Violet. So at least they came out quickly with these on the Mega. But
yeah, but yeah, I think with PSA, the market's never going to not want PSA. It's just about how much can one of these other companies take from the market share. Like, could we see Tag double its market share, which still would be, pale in comparison to what PSA is, but any amount of growth is huge for a smaller company like that. And my biggest thing is with PSA having so little competition, like, can things survive after the boom? And I think you need to establish more of a market share in the boom for it to happen. And I think Tag's market share is too small. I don't think that right now. I love Tag. I love Tag slabs. Tag slabs are the cleanest.
They are the cleanest. I do have to say that they probably are like the prettiest looking ones, right? Like
Yeah.
the case looks like you're looking at like an acrylic, like a clear acrylic.
Yeah.
But that's also what I don't like about it is I just can't really read the font, and there's no way around it. If you want it to look
that's fair.
like that, if you want it to look clean like that, it's like almost like if Apple made a slab, you know what I mean? Like, you know how they're always like, this is aluminum and all this crazy, you know, it's like they make it sound beautiful. Like, this is like if Apple were to make a slab, it would look like this.
You know what? I love it.
Nice.
I love it. I'm a minimalist. I like the clean, simple aesthetic. And I hate PSA's aesthetic. Honestly, I hate CGC's more, but I hate PSA's just like boring. It's just boring. I know it's like nostalgic almost. It's like classic, but it's boring. Nah.
No,
but
it's classic, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it though. Like, see, I don't know if I like that CGC changed it. I did not like the blue label, but I don't know. I mean,
it's been hard. Like, I don't think any of these companies should rebrand that much because you're known. You want to have consistency across the board, and in that you want to have consistency of aesthetic. Yeah. And that's kind of like, that kind of goes back to what I was saying. Like, Tag has established like this little cult following, and I think it's really good, and I think it's going to be really helpful long term. But I do worry that we are seeing them grow at a level that's not going to sustain itself in a down market, and that's my biggest concern. Because I want Tag to grow, I want Tag to do well, and I'm obviously not sponsored by Tag or anything, but like, I think it's a cool advancement, and maybe they're a touch ahead of their time in it, but I think it's a really cool advancement, especially like the vending machine, whatever, where you can go and like put your little card in and get it graded, like right there, like that kind of stuff's sick, man. And this stuff that like PSA can't do and doesn't need to do, obviously, but like I like innovation. I like seeing someone try something new, and CGC is not doing that much new. Beckett is just living off of black labels. And then other companies they're just kind of like afterthoughts, even though like Ace, I think Ace Grading is the one that has the really sick like slabs where the art just kind of continues into the slab.
That's cool. I actually liked that.
That stuff's cool.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, if I'm collecting it, honestly, I might start collecting some of that. But if I'm selling it, then it's never going to move. It's not going. If CGC doesn't move, that's really not going to move. So I don't know what it takes to have the market sentiment change. I don't know if it ever does. I don't know if it needs to, but for a reseller, I think it's impossible to rely completely on PSA unless you started sending stuff in waves 4 months ago.
Months ago, right? No, because people that we grade, I grade the cards for people that I pull cards on the stream, and they're like, "Hey, what happened to this September submission?" And I'm like, first of all, I want to talk to you real quick. I don't know if you've ever done a drop off a PSA. I was they had a drop off location. It was on 10/10 day. So like on October 10th, they have like an event, PSA 10/10 day. Bleecker Street in Manhattan, they had PSA was there, and you were able to drop your stuff off. So it was like a line of people that go of whatever they wanted. And it was the first time I ever did it. So it was the September, all the cards we collected through September. I walked in. Right? I wait there, and they're like, "Do you have your forms?" Yep, have all my forms. I give it to the guy. He looks at it. He looks at all the cards, counts them, makes sure they're there. And he's like, "All right," and he just signs the paper that I had my copy, and that was it. I'm like, wait, like I'm literally dropping off people's like gold Lucario that we just pulled.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, hold on a second. You're gonna tell me right now that I'm giving you thousands of dollars worth of raw cards, and I don't get a receipt? Like you just initial a piece of paper? Like that was it. So I was like, all right, can I take a picture of you here at the table? Like, can I do this? And he was like, yeah, take a picture of the receipt. Sure. It didn't enter the system. Now I was literally like sweating. Like every time I was like, yo, I don't see this anywhere in their system. It took a month to get in there. It took a month to get in the system.
Yeah. Fine Whip Cards. She posted on Instagram like a similar thing where she dropped it off at one of the cons she was vending at, and like, all right, it's been a month. What the heck's going on here? And then it finally got through, and I was like, man. So it's not any quicker to do that. And at least if it gets lost in the mail, you get your insurance.
Right. And that's the thing too, right? When you send it, like, so the only thing you really save is the shipping out to them, which could cost around $50 depending on what you have in that submission. So, you know, you save that, which is good, but I'd rather have the peace of mind of like it's tracked. All right, it landed here. It still will take a month to get there, but at least you know they have it. And like if anything happens, that's what it is. But and then I did a second walk-in submission at a local card shop over here on Long Island, and it was the same thing. I actually asked that guy, I'm like, hey, I don't see this in the system. He goes, that's normal. I'm like, all right.
I don't like that. That's normal.
I don't like that. But
because like the clock doesn't start until it gets there.
Exactly. So a month later it gets in, and that's when this 4-month time frame. I'm like, we're not getting that.
Yeah.
So it got there. I handed it in on October 10th. It's scheduled to come back like April 16th. Dude.
The same thing happened to me with GameStop, where the first time I submitted with GameStop, it was like, hey, is this gone? They're like, oh yeah, it's shipped out. I'm like, it's been 3 weeks since you said that. What's going on? And then it like showed up finally. That was back in the golden days when it was like 2 months to wait till you got the cards back. But
dude, I read a comment and it was like $9 a card to grade at PSA was not that long ago. And that was like,
well, honestly, but
for that.
The thing is though, and while I feel the sentiment, booster boxes were $90 in January last year. Like I got Stellar Crown booster boxes for like $90 in like December or January. I got, $110 was gave me Paldean Fates. Not Paldean Fates, sorry. Paldea Evolved. Like, yeah, it's yes, that is true. Also, it's a different world. We're living in a completely different world for the foreseeable future. Okay. Like it's the amount of people sending. And so this goes back to like one of the comments was like, this PSA increase will weed out the people that are trying to like nickel and dime their way up the profit ladder. And it did strike a chord because after I made the video, I did have the thought of like, I said to myself, it feels like PSA doesn't want people to submit. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe PSA doesn't want people to submit cards, like just everything. Like they're like, okay. While I think their corporate greed plays a huge role into it, because I think corporate greed plays a huge role into like most things in our life, there could be an element of we're going to keep increasing the price until it slows down and we can catch up. And these bigger ticket items will come in at our higher pay rates. Yeah. Because again, they can they're marking up prices when you submit a card. So if you submit a card that's like, oh, you got a good grade, $30 more or whatever, like that's the stuff that's the most efficient use of their time. The $5 card that sells for $55 isn't. So yeah. I don't know that's true. This is one I want to be clear because I wasn't as clear in the video as I should have been. This is 100% speculation. Right. No evidence, no clue. This is just
you're bringing up a good point though. Like, yeah, maybe this will stop people from grading the common Bulbasaur card that's like in
Sorry, Deej.
No. Oh, is he commenting on the?
No, just like Deej thinking. For anyone that hasn't checked out his YouTube channel, that's what he rips back and grades like everything, and he makes money consistently because he's found his niche of people that want that ancient plume fossil from Black and White graded.
Yeah. Yep. No, but so, I mean, like it's just like it's almost like the junk slab era is like here as well. Like the highest these slabs have ever been is here, but also like we've got some horrible slabs that are just out in the wild. Just like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
I mean, define horrible because some people love them. Some people would love that weird Flareon pristine tin.
Yes, to that point, like. I want to collect all the Zapdos cards, which is now expanded to collecting Articuno and Moltres as well. Like, would I pick up a freaking reverse holo from Destined Rivals Zapdos graded in a 10? Maybe, because it would that would kind of go with my collection. So to that point, yes. But I think what you just said kind of makes sense, though. I mean, it makes sense to me too because then it's like you're not going to get a lot of people grading these cards. And then it would leave it to me if I wanted this card graded. I know it's not worth much, but I'm not sending 50 of them. You know what I mean? Like, I'll get one. Sure. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the difference. But
yeah, in the end, like, it could. That's speculation. Like, it's just kind of piecing together. Like, if they wanted to continue, they could have moved it to they could have just combined bulk, TCG bulk, and value bulk, and had a $3 increase on what was the main thing coming in with TCG between One Piece and Pokemon, and have made, however much of a percentage that is more just on that, and kept probably a pretty steady flow. Cause I think that $3 increase, people are like, grumbling about it, but like they're still going to send it in. But that $6 increase tells me it's like we're just seeing what you're going to pay, because at some point you're going to stop paying and we're going to slightly catch up, and and then we'll drop it back down, and everybody's gonna be so happy that we're gonna have a bigger influx.
That could be drop it down ever, dude.
Yeah, I think the bull run. I think the bull run ends at some point. I think correction. The market corrects at some point to a new normal, and they're gonna catch up.
Bull run ending. Be careful throwing that around.
Well, all things come to an end, either because either the bull run ends or the heat death of the universe happens. One of the two. Like, it has to technically end at some point, but
we can't keep going.
Whenever that happens, 50 million years from now, I think PSA is going to catch up, and I think you'll see some of these companies go under. Like, well, hopefully the new companies can get enough of a foothold, but we may not see them. We'll see. I hope we do, obviously.
Yeah.
And then PSA is going to drop their prices a bit, and it's going to be this. They're going to be like, "Hey guys,
look what we did.
Look at this.
Yeah.
$18.99 per card. What a deal." And people are going to think, frick yeah, let me get my stuff graded.
But they'll have so many more people in the hobby. That's kind of like the whole thing with price points in general. Like, people just coming in are like, oh, it's $250 for a booster box, like at the gate minimum.
Yeah.
Like, and that's normal. So I don't know. Listen, you bring up a very valid points, man. I can't. We'd love to play devil's advocate, but dude, very good points. I appreciate the mind that you have around that stuff, dude.
It's something I really enjoy. It's something I've been doing like since I got back into the hobby in the market space. Like, grading is a lower effort, higher floor, and like higher ceiling, where it's like I don't have to do as much. Like, I'm not packing 50 million bulk orders. Like tonight I have 16 orders that I got to pack after this podcast, and it's fun, but it's a lot more work than getting a submission together, sending it off, and then 3 weeks later doing it again. So, and then it's also as a collector. Well, I think it's a little bit overrated. In the words of Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles, he's short plastic, long cardboard. Basically, like, graded will someday not be as valued in the Pokemon space. I don't know that that's true, but I think there's probably a ceiling to it to some degree. But I think for now, it's a great way to fund your small business, or at the very least, fund your collection. You can, this is the side rant. Making money off Pokemon isn't just.
Hold on 1 second. Keep that thought.
Oh, yeah.
Side rant of the day. The day.
Tangent of the day.
Tangent of the day. The day.
Realistically, if you want to make money off Pokemon, it doesn't only have to be as a business, as like I'm gonna do this full time or have this whole business. You don't have to be like me and Sav. You don't have to be like all these other people that like are making a business of it. You can just be like, cool, I'm gonna send these things into grade so I can sell them, so I can go buy ETBs and booster boxes and singles and slaps that I want, or trade them, or take them to shows and use them as trade. This is a great way of just of improving the value of the things that you're trying to use to get more of the stuff that you love.
Yeah.
That's just business in general. But like for this, it's like improving the quality of it. If flipping something like that, you're just improving the quality of it to fund something, whether it's life, whether it's paying off a car, paying off a house, or just buying more Pokemon. Like,
dude, it's this, but like
all these things can do that.
Yeah, it's the perfect way to grow a collection. It's the perfect way. I my first video that I uploaded on YouTube, I spoke about how I found my childhood collection in my parents' garage, and a first edition Lugia from Neo Genesis was in there in a sleeve. I graded it with BGS. The first time I ever graded it is when I came back in the hobby, sold it, and that's how I bought 2 cases of Lost Origin at the time and started streaming. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, and then I never looked back. But that's kind of like, you got to do that. Will I ever obtain that card again? Maybe. But like, here's the thing. Like, will it be more? Sure. But like, I picked up things along the way. Like, I've got some cases of Destined Rivals that have 6x in a year. Like, do I trade one of those for like a big card? You know what I mean? Like you look at what you have and what you want. Mm-hmm. If you have multiples, you move up. But
yeah.
I mean, real quick, and I don't want to always go into Destined Rivals, but I think it's a good way to like kind of keep an eye on like what's going on with.
You tell this man loves some Destined Rivals.
I do. I just want to keep an eye on like how things are going. I don't know. Like last week, I think we were pushing 600. It looks like it did come down a bit. I think it was. You can see the chart.
Small correction.
It was definitely pushing it higher, and now it's like down to 550. But 2 weeks ago, it gained 100 week over week into last week, and now it's kind of like,
I'm curious to see if we establish and like, so we have like, I don't know how like into stock market stuff you ever got, but I got very into it in college. Mm-hmm. And so I know some terms still like this, like we had this breakthrough at this, where that kind of like low point is right there before the boom. We had this, like 363, what was it? 390?
393. Yeah.
Yeah. So we had like a bump there, and then this floor set almost to where it got bought into. So I'm really curious to see if with as little, or at least the decrease in purchase, how much we're going to correct back down before people start buying it up again. Because I think we're seeing a bit of that correction.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if we'll get back into that like 450 range at all.
Ooh, 450.
I wouldn't be stunned.
I don't think I think it's gonna start to run up again a little bit.
I think we might be in for a small correction back to maybe close to just 5, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it come down $50.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's high.
But again, it's still sitting so freaking high, man.
I mean, don't forget, like we just saw a Destined Rivals booster bundle drop everywhere. So I know that it hasn't really affected the price of the booster box because we haven't seen booster boxes. That only kind of made it
run back to that listing. What's the what are the available ones selling at? Because that'll be telling. Oh my gosh, what are people selling for $50? What is that?
Like, what is this? This is empty.
It's just empty booster boxes.
Come on, bro.
That's hilarious.
The first one on here is nope. This is not even. This is 36 sleep.
That's just packs. Okay.
Dude, what is happening? Hold on. Here's a booster box. 545.
545 is the
5.
Is that one also 30, on 530?
Pictures. It has a little slit
with a tear.
Okay.
So 545 is the lowest we're looking at for it. Okay, I might be dead wrong then. Because the market price is what right now?
It's at 550.
Yeah, no, never mind. I'm a liar. I didn't see that. So for those of you that don't mess around with TCG Player and market stuff as much, from my relatively limited understanding that I've been continuing to work on, when you see a market price on TCG Player, but you see everything selling above that market price,
yep.
All it takes is a couple purchases to start leveling that up. So my thinking was, it's dropped a bit. There must be some under. Seeing that, clearly there is not. So I ignore everything I said. Probably not going to come down that much farther for a little bit until people start getting
those two at
paper-handed.
550. Yeah, once those two at 550 sell, it's 575. That's the next one.
Yeah, never mind. You can ignore me.
And you know what I want to also start to do? Let's just take a peek, and as we go into 30th, let's take a look at Celebration, dude.
Yeah,
I know this wasn't on the
I've seen a lot.
I think you might as well. Oh wait, real quick before we move into Destined Rivals, the ETB of Destined Rivals is making some crazy moves. Look at the regular ETB is 175. That's insane. What? I actually panned around this room yesterday in the live stream and someone was like, how many berries for the Destined? I'm like, dude, I'm not selling anything Destined right now. I just can't sell anything Destined. But I wanted to just point that out. It is crazy because the Pokemon Center one is 3. So if that one's for the regular one, Pokemon Center one is 367. That's insane. It's absolutely crazy. Celebrations, it has been moving for the past few months. It's definitely has been picking up, right? I don't know do you own anything Celebrations in your collection or anything?
No. I had a little bit of I had like a couple of the ETBs that I sold pretty early on in the business. Other than that, no, nothing.
I had like a lunchbox because when I got back into the hobby, it was right between Fusion Strike and Brilliant Stars, and Celebrations was like right there too. So it was like, there was so many things at that time that we can get. So we had a lunchbox which we ended up giving away on the stream. We had an ETB, but I still have one ETB that's in an acrylic case. So the ETBs are $275, which again, guys, this is a 25th anniversary product. The ETBs are only $275. We just looked at $175 for Destined Rivals, which isn't even a year old, and the Pokemon Center one, which is $360 something. I had one of these ultra premium collections. We gave one away last December, 2024 December, to a subscriber, which is an absolutely insane giveaway. But this doubled in price since then. It is $905 market price. And I want to point out that Ty told us in the Discord, he goes, yo, there's like, so I ended up picking one up on eBay. He pointed it out. It was like 500 earlier last year or whatever. And then I picked it up.
Wow.
It's back there in my collection.
That's
funny. It's not like the prettiest box or anything, but you know what? A great collection, a great piece to have in the collection. I don't know if I'll sell it or when. But, if for those of you guys that don't know what's in Celebrations, they got the gold metal Charizard. It's like almost like a rose gold metal Charizard and Pikachu, which these are kind of going up now because they're obviously at Celebrations. So Celebrations coming in the limelight. And they're very tough to grade because the gold foils have been chipping off of these. And I feel like some people have been saying they chip in the slab. So.
Yeah.
But there's one thing I did want to point out. This box right here, I think it's the Charizard and the Sylveon boxes. There's packs in here. Some of them, I believe, have Evolving Skies. Not all of them. There's some of them. So you can actually see the ones that they're selling with Evolving Skies, and you can probably pick those up for a decent price if you factor in pack value. I also have this premium playmat collection. I think it's that one.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they're going to do for the 30th of the celebration. Like if they're going to have some like. It doesn't seem like they're going to have a specific like specialty set for it because at least from the leaks we saw, there wasn't like it's the Celebrations-esque set coming out.
Yeah, got you.
So I'm really curious to see if they're going to like.
Well, when did that release?
If there's something
like. I don't know when like the first product came out in that 25th anniversary year, but like when does the first actual? I mean, those starter packs look like they're gonna have the 30th. So, but I don't know if they'll be in the set.
Yeah, that one came out in October of the 25th, but it was announced a decent ways before that. So,
yeah.
Well, the thing is, like. I guess it depends. The leaks have been pretty accurate so far, and we haven't seen. I don't remember seeing anything that was like, "Oh, it's going to be this is the Celebrations thing." The closest we've gotten is like the first partners thing, which is cool, but it's not the Celebrations. Like it doesn't. I don't think it's gonna hit the same way Celebrations did. So I'm curious to see if they're going to like have something more specific come up. That they haven't announced yet.
I actually,
and that might be honestly, if they announce anything on Pokemon Day, I think that's going to be what they announce for the TCG. If they announce anything for the TCG, it will be a Celebrations-esque thing. I don't think they will, but there's always a chance.
I picked these up from somebody that made these custom cards, and I've been saying it ever since this. I would love to get. I'm just going to bump this out to show. I would love to get something like this. So I'm holding up on the screen. Sick. It is the base set artwork for Charizard, Charmeleon, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, but there's one for each one. So like they obviously use like AI to make the full arts, but they're full art, illustration rare, and special illustration rare styles, but they're using the artwork from the base set cards.
Pretty cool.
I'm like I'm done looking. I'm done seeing another iteration of those big three with a different hollow foil. Like, I just feel like it's lazy. I know that it's iconic. I get it. But, like, give us something that represents the era that at the time that these sets are coming out. Right now, illustration rares and special illustration rares are on fire. If you could give us cards like that, I'm all for it. Like, I get it. I get the point of, like, the subset in celebrations where like they highlighted a bunch of cards that were iconic as well. But like, I feel like that's just lazy. Like, how many times can we have that same Charizard art? It almost takes away from like, it takes away from it.
At the same time, people still open celebrations. Like I usually, like, a lot of times I'll have like Nostalgianomics rip and ship streams in the background because it's like I just pop up on YouTube and have in the background while I'm packing orders or whatever. Unless Sav is streaming, in which case I always tune in.
That's right.
That's right, boy. I actually do. I enjoy that a little more, for sure. But
thanks, man.
So many people open celebrations on his streams. Yeah. It's wild. It's wild. I'm like, man, like I have no emotional connection to celebrations whatsoever because I wasn't in the hobby nearly. I was in the video game heavily, but I wasn't into the TCG as much just because I was way too busy for it, honestly.
Yeah.
And coming back into it, I see celebrations. I'm like, oh, it's just Charizard, but with a Pikachu on it.
Yep.
That doesn't appeal to me. And like, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest vintage guy simply because I was too poor to really get into it when I was a kid, honestly.
Yeah.
And by the time I was older, I was so into the video game and I wasn't into TCG at all. So like until Gen 5 is when I really got into TCG hardcore. But like, so vintage, like there are cards that I like. Like I just, one of my friends gave me his old collection. Just nothing crazy out of it, but just like all these cool old vintage cards. And I'm like, I know this is cool.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have this, it just doesn't hit for me as hard. And I think, to your point, there's a lot of people that are obviously not as much of an old head as I am, as far as the Pokemon as a company, but that are coming to the TCG and thinking these illustrations are sick. The Charizard they think of is either like the Phantasmal or the 151, like the Venusaur.
You don't get
their first Venusaur that they think of as the SIR. Like it's so different that I think you're right. They really need to do something that's gonna like. And honestly, 151 is that. It's really like 151 is the, hey, here's your classic Pokemon, but with some really cool art. Now, what would break the market is if they did a black and white esque. I think we talked about this before, but doing that black and white esque, every Pokemon has an illustration rare or SR.
Yeah.
For 151.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how insane?
Dude, they should have did that, but I feel like the idea probably came later after.
Well, I mean, look at like a Japanese black and white, Japanese black but white flare. Have you've seen? I don't know if you've seen our guys' prices recently, but they're so high.
They're expensive. Yeah, I think
like wholesale pricing, like $115 a box or something like that. It's like because people are just like, I was pricing out. So a small spoiler for our later segment. Where is it? But I picked up a collection for the week, and there's a bunch of black but white flare illustration rares in it. And I was looking at the prices. I was like, what is it compared to Japanese? Because I collect Japanese. That's what I collect because it's way cheaper and I like the art more.
Yep.
Or the texture more. It's like the same price. It's the same price.
Same price. That's crazy.
It's just expensive. It's just as expensive. It's crazy.
Dude, are they making these anymore in Japanese? I'm gonna hold up the file set. Remember these when these came out? It was.
I want to say I saw someone. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it kind of reminds me of like 151 with all like the Pokemon silhouettes on them. I think it's really cool.
I like that. That poster was cool. The poster collection poster. I was like, that's actually pretty cool. I kind of dig that. That was a cool touch.
I mean, I have the playmat over here too. The playmat's similar. It has like the silhouettes of the 151.
The 151. Yeah, I've got. Dude, again, we're kind of into the part of the episode where we go on tangents a little bit, but I have my thing right now is collecting all the cool playmats that I can find. Like I got the one from the Prismatic SPC, which I love.
Yeah.
My desk mat over here is 151. Mm-hmm. And my desk mat here is the shiny Eevee from Pokemon Go one, which is
that's what I use in my
good.
Yeah, I love that one.
And then I got the Phantasmal Flames. Yeah, I've got the Phantasmal Flames one over there as well.
I have
and the second 151 one. I love. They're just so cool.
Do you
I'm
have
just so nerdy about it.
First from the last Charizard UPC with the Charizard VMAX on it? That's really cool.
Do. It's not one that I use. I have a few that are kind of like over in my collection, if you will. So
yeah,
I need to get one of those. Like you can get those things where you can hang up like off a door or off a wall and like have them like sleeved in there.
Yeah,
I need to get one of those. I have so many that look, and they're just cool, and they're a cheap way to like get something like sick.
So let's go into it. Let's go into the part of the stream of the video where we talk about what we picked up this week. I know you were starting to tell us. Go ahead, show us.
This is a card that I graded a while ago, forgot about when I got out of it for work stuff and came back. I have this cool Snorlax. I'm gonna sell it.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Snorlax PSA 10. What is that from? Is that a
Twilight Masquerade? So it's a Cosmos Holo promo from the Twilight Masquerade triple packs.
Nice.
Fun fact: this was in probably December of 2024. I was on Michael's for something for my sister, I think, and I saw they had clearance for Twilight Masquerade packs for like $10 for the 3 packs.
What?
I was like, hello, I'm buying all these. I just bought like. I bought a bunch of them because I was like,
look around, like,
yeah, I was like, okay. This is like the boom had started a bit, but wasn't crazy yet. And I was like, I'm gonna grab these.
Yeah.
I want to chase it. I'm chasing the Greninja. I was chasing the Greninja. This is when I was like, just like chasing cards. I was spending way too much money on packs, and this is like, well, this is cheap. I'm grabbing all I can, and I obviously didn't get the Greninja, but I got all of these and I set them in like I set them in their sleeves and set them aside, graded a bunch of them, had a ton of 10s and now they're selling for like $80 in a PSA 10. There's like I got a bunch of these for like $2 because I got some extras. I was like, well, and they grade really well. I was like, well, I'm gonna grab a bunch of these. This was the play that really helped me in that first year when I made like 10 grand in the first like 3 months of the business. It was that was a huge one. Anyway, so that was cool.
It's popular. It's a popular Pokemon.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And it was, I mean, I'm gonna sell it because I don't want to collect it. So I'm gonna sell it to fund other things.
And it'll go to someone's that wants it.
So picked up a bunch of illustration rares.
Are those Japanese and English?
No, they're English.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
All English though. If they're Japanese, they'd be going to my collection. I got this one's a cool one. I like the Snorlax.
What is that from? Brilliant Stars or Lost Origin?
It's from Lost Origin.
Lost Origin. So the Trainer Gallery Snorlax.
Yeah, so picked up a bunch of these. I want to show them all.
Illustration rares right now in Scarlet Violet, dude, are a huge pickup. That Gloom from Obsidian.
That Gloom is sick. Let me see. The Bulbasaur from Mega. I got the Ivysaur as well.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's a bunch of like cool ones. So I have like a stack of. I think I got some 151 ones as well. I've got a stack of like.
Real quick, because I was doing some single sales on TikTok. That Bulbasaur, the stamped one is less than the one that's in the set, which is weird.
Yeah.
I think it's just happened with Journey Together actually.
I think it's just the fact that it's like every booster box has it, so it's a lot easier to get.
I think,
and then I've got like
a year. It'll be a year from release. It'll probably go up.
Yeah, and I've got like a second. So I've got a pretty nice stack. That's I believe up on my TCG player right now.
Nice.
Some have probably sold and I need to put them in orders after this. But then I got another about bigger stack.
Yeah, dude.
Of singles that I'm a pre-grade. I've got to go through my pre-grading process once I'm redoing a video about that. So,
dude, speaking of TCG player, because guys, check out Kota on TCG player. Kota has inspired me to do many things in the hobby so far. I listed my first thing on TCG player. I got it was like Charizard EX from like the regular EX cards. And I messaged Kota right away and I'm like, dude, I got my first sale on TCG player.
Yeah.
Little kid. Yesterday I got I put 5 booster boxes of Super Electric Breaker, the Japanese one, up on there for like 100, and they sold. One person bought them. All of them. Because
honestly, look at that. We've had a nice Super Electric Breaker has been climbing this last 3 months.
Dude, it's crazy. So I'm like, okay, I put some up there, and then I had the other 5 on TikTok, and last night the 5 sold on TikTok. on the live stream.
Yeah. Hey,
I pulled the Pikachu last night out of one of those boxes for someone.
Japanese is a better opening experience, and it's way more accessible. Like I love it. I think Japanese is sick, and I'm glad that people are like, there's like a desire for it now. Like it's still weird to see Super Electric, because I was looking through our guys' pricing list, and I was like, man,
I think it's over 100 from him.
Yeah, it's 100 and something. And I was looking, I was like, man, it wasn't that long ago that I was like, all these things were like
50
bucks.
Yep.
And I was like, I wish I picked up so much. I wish I'd stayed the course. Obviously work took over, so I didn't have a choice, but like,
yeah,
my plan at that point when I started the business was like, okay, we're gonna get into this. We're gonna do this. In 6 months, I want to be able to purchase Japanese, the Pokemon website. And I was on that trajectory. And man, it would have been so nice to have a bunch of Japanese sitting around ready to go. Because man, is it just popping off right now,
dude?
Mega Dream, man, Mega Dream coming down to like 76 or 77 for wholesale, and now it's back up to like 80. I was like, damn,
yeah. It's tough. Listen, Mega Dream is a beautiful set. Terrestrial Festival, you've seen what Terrestrial Festival did. I think it's over
like $125 right now,
if he even has any
for wholesale. This is the wholesale prices.
Yeah,
he had him listed for $124.
Mega Dream's going to be is going to do beautiful things in the future. If anyone's looking to pick up some Japanese,
I love Mega Dream.
Always do better. They're doing better now in English too. So,
Shiny V-Star, all those.
Yep. The Paladin Faith one. My buddy Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy. He's a huge Pikachu lover. He loves it. So he was actually in the video that I posted where you were like, we were talking about the Pikachu. He's like, Pikachu's the best. I'm like, you can't talk about Pikachu. You got to sit down.
I like that got a little traction. I saw like Instagram, so people were like dogging me, but that's fine. I didn't say it was a bad set. I'm just not the biggest Surging fan. I don't really love the Pikachu. I think there's some like the Milotic's probably one of my favorite SARs from the era. It's amazing. Especially combined with a Feebas.
That's coming.
I just don't like the Pikachu.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, and we know there's better Pikachus now. So,
yeah.
But the Milotic's coming out in the Chinese set because Simplified Chinese is catching up. I just saw that they're coming out the new set. They're going to have an exclusive.
Is that Volume 4?
No, it's not. It's not Gem Pack Volume 4, which I just got delivered today. That's the Ponyta. Ponyta's going to be in there as the illustration. It looks really cool.
Pretty cool.
And then but it's just the regular Scarlet and Violet set. I think there's going to be it's a mixture of Twilight Masquerade and Shrouded Fable and Surging Sparks. It's going to be like 3 of them and just some cards in there. But I want to show you what I picked up this week. That there's a couple of things. There's a slab. And it's my favorite. I made a video. It's my favorite illustration rare out of Destined Riders. It is Team Rocket's Houndoom, guys. PSA 10. Shout out to Kelly the Goat in the Savage community. She had this. She hooked me up. I love it. And I was like thinking, I'm like, do I pick up my favorite illustration rares in PSA 10s? Like, I love the Wigglytuff from Phantasmal. Like, there's a one illustration rare, 1 or 2 that I like in each set. I might just do that. But the other thing that I wanted to quickly talk about, and I don't know if you saw it in the Discord.
I did see those.
Time Magazine has released their magazines for the year. There's one, I'm holding it up here. The front one is with the Lugia and the Ho-Oh. Beautiful Gen 2 there. And of course, they're all updated with the 30th anniversary. We have the Mega Charizard X on one of the covers. I picked up all these at the same time. We've got the Rayquaza on the cover. And then last but not least, of course, the Pikachu. And this is what I'm talking about. Last night I realized it is the laziness of Pokemon. I think this is the 25th.
I was waiting.
This is the 25th anniversary magazine. Like for the audio listeners, I'm holding up 2 magazines 5 years apart. Pikachu is exactly the same. Why?
These are the same picture.
It's the same picture. And also the same stuff on the back. Like this is the same as well. With people just like playing Pokemon Go. It's the same picture. Like, what are we doing? Give the collectors, I like to collect. Give the collectors something else. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Beautiful. Today's art covers, 3 covers is beautiful. But,
today's daily reminder that Pokemon Company doesn't care about you.
It's true. They don't care about you.
They don't care about you. They don't It doesn't matter.
You're telling me there's no other crazy people that collect this at this level?
No, there are. That's the thing. Is like the Pokemon company doesn't care about people that play the game, much less that.
That's true.
Collect the magazines. You know, like they don't. Pokemon company, and I say that tongue in cheek. They obviously are not all monsters. Like I pretend like they are like every corporate entity, but it's they are gonna make their money, and Pokemon Company for some reason really likes to cut their corners and flatten their surfaces and reprint their magazines and cut their budgets for their mainline games that make hundreds of millions of dollars. So
I can't wait until we talk about the new game on this podcast.
Oh my gosh!
I think I'm
hoping
start playing it when it comes out this time. I might have to get a Switch 2 then. I don't know.
I think it's fun. It runs really smoothly. When I stream, it's great. It's just I'm not a big gamer, so it's essentially like my Pokemon and Smash Bros and Mario Kart and Zelda machine. Like it's like
I don't know if I could justify the spend, but hey, I have one more thing I want to show you from this week, and it's not something that I picked up recently, but it's something that we noticed live on the stream. Again, I was doing some singles, first time ever. I was very disoriented because I do breaks and rips. So on the screen we got what? What do we got?
Yeah.
So this is
Magneton.
This is the Magneton promo.
Spark ETB.
The Surging Sparks ETB. So I was telling the chat at the time, like, guys, I picked up a bunch of these. I think this promo is going to go so hard. This is Shinji Kanda, I think, right?
Yes, it is.
Yes. So at $5 a card, these are a steal right now, I think. Looking at how promos, like what happens with promos. So I'm going through, I'm showing them. I picked up 3 of these. I showed the 3. One was sealed. These 2 were opened, right? So I put them aside. And someone goes, was one of those Pokemon Center? And I go,
I was about to ask the same thing.
I'm like, no, they were all $5. There was a $6 sticker on there. I got it for $5 because I was picking up 3. I get back and I look. The one is a Pokemon Center one.
Bro.
For $5, dude.
That poor person.
That poor person. I know, because I was like, I had no idea. I didn't, dude. we were like live. I was like, no way. I don't even know who honestly, it was. I picked up a bunch of promos that day. I was picking that up like pretty heavily that live show that we went to. But
yeah, promos are a huge grading play for me right now. Like they have been before. Like the Snorlaxes and it was the thing that made me the most money in the business so far has been these and the Mimikyus from the Paldean Fates boxes when they were like $5 a piece. I picked up 40 of them.
And I remember when I showed you my ETB of those Mimikyus, you were like, what?
I was in there like, that's potentially because they grade super well. I was like, that's thousands of dollars.
All right, so that kind of wraps up our episode 5. I can't believe, damn man, we've been doing this for so long. Episode 5.
5 weeks, man.
5 weeks going strong. We're going to be continuing to do this every week as long as there's cool things to talk about, which there seems to be. We will be here, talking us through it because this is a great little venting. It's almost like you're like a free psychiatrist. Like I don't need to call anybody. You're perfect little thing. But guys, thank you so much for joining us here. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials. Hit us up in our TCG players, on our websites, on all the things, guys. If you have any questions, and we're not trying to just push everything. If you have any questions, DM us on any of these platforms. If you have any questions about selling, if you have any questions about wanting to go live, we're here to definitely do to be that part in the hobby as well. We're not gatekeepers. We are here to help out any which way we can. And maybe we'll do one of these live. Who knows? I definitely mentioned it on the live stream. People did seem to be interested. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. Mm-hmm. But until next week, you know where to find us, and we will find you guys in the next episode. Peace out, guys.